Bracketology presented by Dave Campbell's Texas Football, breaking down the 2025 Texas High School Football Playoff brackets. I'm Greg Tepper. This is 4A Division II, and I know that there is one team that has largely dominated the conversation in 4A Division II. They might be somewhere around here, right? We'll get to them. But I'm here to tell you that if you're only paying attention to that team's path, you are missing the forest for the trees, because I think there's a lot of intrigue in every region. We'll start in Region 1. Up here in Region 1, there's two teams I want to draw your attention to. Undefeated Brock. The Eagles have been fantastic. I love what they do, especially defensively, and they have got a really diverse offense that can beat you in a variety of different ways. I think there's foursome of teams down here. Glen Rose, Mineral Wells, Seminole, and Levelland could play three really good ball games between the four of them. That will be a lot of fun. The other team I want to draw your attention to, Midland Greenwood. I have been high on the Rangers all year long. I love quarterback Lincoln Madrid. Coach Brian Hill's ball club, undefeated. The favorites, I think, up here in the top half of the bracket. A third-round matchup with Lubbock Liberty or Graham, I think, looms for those Rangers. Over to Region 2. Region 2 is where you find the aforementioned looming giant. That's the Carthage Bulldogs. And I'll say this, of course, the reigning state champs, wire-to-wire #1, Jet, Serac, KJ Edwards, Queensbeck, they're loaded, right? If you're going to get Carthage, you got to get them early, because Scott Surratt is 10-0 in state championship games. Down here in the bottom half of the bracket, they're the favorite here, in my opinion, looking at a third-round matchup, again with Pleasant Grove, whose defense has been really strong all year long. Top half of the bracket's much more unpredictable. Crum has been undefeated. That's a lot of fun to watch. I think Gilmore's a very dangerous team that when they play their best ball, they're capable of beating anybody, although Athens is a tough first-round draw, and I think a second-round matchup between Sunnyvale and Van could be a lot of fun. On to Region 3. Region 3, got a lot of Golden Triangle, got a lot of Houston area. You've also got Central Texas, and Central Texas is where I think you find the favorite here, and that is the La Vega Pirates. Coach John Hyde does maybe better than any coach in Texas, getting his team building up to hit their stride at the right time. This is a dangerous La Vega team that came up just short in the state championship game a year ago. Second round matchup with Silsbee, though. Woo-wee, that's going to be fun. First round matchup between Lamarck and Hampshire, and that's a lot of fun. Two sophomore quarterbacks going at it, and then you've got teams that have state championship pedigree in Belleville and China Spring. That bottom half of the bracket is loaded. Top half of the bracket, I think West Orange Star kind of escaped the dirty side of the region by winning their district. I think they're the favorite in the top half here, but they could see a third round matchup with Sealy or West Columbia should it get that far. On to Region 4. Region 4 is where things get really fun, because I think the power is probably centralized on the coast. Teams like Cuero and Sinton, who played maybe the game of the year earlier this year, they would love another shot at one another, but there's other teams to keep an eye on, including Wimberley. Remember, that's the team that's just like impossible to beat in Region 4, right? They have found a way to win all of these close games. Can they keep that magic going? Fascinating to see what the Texans are able to do. I'm also very high on Salado, I think, flying under the radar, and Rockport Fulton. Points, points, points. They can absolutely score. So overall, when you take a look at 4A Division 2, Carthage, I think, has to be your favorite. They've earned that right. But I think there's contenders here in Brock and Greenwood. I think there's other contenders here. Maybe a team like Pleasant Grove they can get put together, or maybe a surprising team like Crum, who's undefeated. Up here in the top half of the bracket, I think La Vega is, of course, a threat, but I think West Orange Stark is playing their best football right now. And down here, Cuero and Sinton, two very high-powered offenses, have an opportunity to make a deep run. No matter how it plays out, we'll have you covered every step of the way at TexasFootball.com.